Welcome back all to the channel that Algo-Driven Lab, and in today's video we're going to consider another backtest of one of the oscillator, which is relative strength index. And in today's video we're going to consider how this strategy works on S&P 500 index, and we'll also compare as a last video on exponential moving average on Bitcoin United States dollar pair, similar stuff. And we're going to consider whether just buying and holding S&P 500 is better or worse relative to this strategy. Hope you will find this analysis and backtesting video series and this particular video helpful. We're going to start, and we'll go just quickly on the key points. There is no need of doing one by one because we should save your and my time, and I'll go directly to the strategy itself and the key results and to the key points at the end. Yeah, so let's start. And I'm sorry for my voice. It might be not so well sounded, but due to this sickness and illness, it might be not sometimes clear, but follow the video, you'll see the clear patterns. Okay, so as usual, first we will just import key, install and import key libraries. So basically we're using Yahoo Finance platform. For programming we use Pandas and NumPy. For visualization we use Matplotlib, and for technical analysis we use TA library. Okay, this is it. We are going to consider our strategy as usual and relative to others on a key 5 metrics such as drawdown, Sharpe Ratio, compounded annual growth rate, win rate, and profit factor. Okay, this is the 5 ones, so I'll not stop and explain them as usual, but you can check the previous videos for the explanation. But overall you can see all the definitions over here in green, yeah, and they are also noted as a comment. Okay, this is it, and here which we're going to stop and consider mostly is relative strength index strategy implementation, yeah, and comparison with buy and hold comparison of S&P 500. So basically, as you can see, the strategy uses RSI to generate buy and sell signals. A buy signal is generated when RSI crosses below 30th oversold parameter or threshold, and the sell signal when it crosses above 70 or overbought threshold. And we are using this for the 10 years. Again, for 2016-2026, as usual, the most available data for S&P 500. Yes, okay, we are using again the closing prices from Yahoo.Finance. Sorry, and next we are also having a buy and hold strategy for S&P 500. So here immediately you can see the key metrics which we defined above. So Sharpe Ratio is 0.87, not really perfect, let's say, but not bad, so closer to 0.9, but still 0.87, so it's acceptable. Maximum drawdown, meaning that at one period of time using the strategy we can lose only 33 or 34% if we round it to the nearest hundreds. 34% compounded annual growth rates for 10 years. If you use the strategy just buy and hold, we can get 15%, 1.5. A win rate in this case will be 55% or 0.55, and profit factor will be 1.18. Okay, this is for buy and hold. Don't need to memorize this because sorry, at the end of this video we will have a joint table where everything will be comparable. But for the intermediate result, we are going to consider these findings and metrics. Okay, so let's go to the RSI calculation for S&P 500. Sorry, and here we are using window of 14 days. Okay, so here is also all the closing, high, low, open, volume, buy and hold returns relative to S&P 500, buy and hold equity for S&P. So not many like details, but this is just some first 5 data we're asking to show us. Okay, so this is our technicalities, and here is RCI strategy logic for S&P 500. So as above, we buy when it is below 30, we are going to consider a positive one. We sell when it's more than 70, we are going to consider this negative one. And for the non-available data, we replace it with 0. We fill it with 0 to have more available data. Yeah, and this is how it looks like again. Just first 5 data asked for our reference. Okay, so calculate returns and equity curve for RCI strategy. So this is more kind of technicalities again. We are asking for the first 5 data. And let's better to jump in directly to calculate performance metrics for RCI strategy using S&P 500 index. So here, for example, relative to just buy and hold, Sharpe ratio is negative, and as you can see, it's around 0. Maximum drawdown is negative 46, so 46% drawdown at one period of time. Compounded annual growth rate in 10 years, if we execute the strategy, gives us negative 1%, 1.61. Win rate is below 0.5, which is not good, and profit factor is below 1. Okay, so as you can see, just like in comparison to S&P 500 buy and hold strategy, this oscillator strategy doesn't really work well. But to be precise, let's compare our equity curves and the performance metrics below, just for our information. So as you can see, here's equity curve comparison for 10 years from 2016 over 2026. Here is the growth rate on y-axis. There is years on x-axis, and as you can see from 2016, which starts over here as a 0 point or inception point, sorry, we are going to consider it as a backtesting. So basically what we can see here and what we observe realistically, for example, the orange line shows us S&P buy and hold strategy, and the blue line shows us RCI oversold overbought strategy of oscillator. So clearly, as you can see, there is an upward trend over time, and from like 10 years, we can see the growth of more or less of 0 point, like, right? So basically, we can consider like almost, let's say, 40% over time, right? And so basically, we are losing significantly. There is a drop starting in 2020 because of COVID-19. Okay, there is recovery, and there is again a bit of correction is going on. So basically, what we have in comparison with RCI strategy, we're actually losing, and our like equity curve goes more or less flat and down. So basically, we are gaining under not 40 but 4, but here so we are getting under one like growth rate, right? And so basically this is how it looks like. And for example, if we consider the gap between between S&P 500 buy and hold and RCI strategies, there is a huge gap in the last year. There is not so huge gap in 2020 because of COVID-19. There is similar paths, but yeah, just this strategy started more or less at the same time at the mid of 2016, but more times go on, there is more gap between these two strategies. Basically, we can jump in now to the key metrics to show clearly, not on like graphical visualization, but also on clearly on numbers, hard numbers, what we have. So basically, as I mentioned, sorry, we have these two strategies. We have 5 metrics. So basically, clearly on Sharpe Ratio, there is a winner is buy and hold strategy. For maximum drawdown, again, maximum drawdown is the minimum rate of maximum drawdown, again, for S&P 500 buy and hold strategy. Compound annual growth rate, of course, clearly here is buy and hold wins 15% over time, relative to negative 1.6%. Win rate, here is again, winner is a buy and hold strategy. We have 55%, more than half of our, let's say, strategy gives us winning rate, but for like RCI strategy is below 0.5. And of course, profit factor will be tends to be higher for buy and hold strategy because we have a higher win rate, so there is more gross profits and gross losses relative to RCI strategy. Yeah, and basically this is it. Clearly, for S&P 500, it is better to buy and hold rather than trading it over time using just only oscillator. Of course, there might be some nuances such as relying only one indicator will be not good idea. Maybe we should combine this strategy with another indicator. If so, please let me know for which indicator you would like to see for the next backtesting video. Leave a comment, and that we can reconsider the strategy and compare it again with the buy and hold strategy itself. Okay, so basically the key point is that like more or less it is better to just buy and hold S&P for given the historical prices of 10 years of 2016 over 2026. So this is it for today. I think it is enough and it was engaging and interesting for you. Again, sorry for my voice for this time. Hopefully we'll recover soon for the next backtesting video. And please subscribe to this channel, click on notification bell, and please put thumbs up if you like this video. If you don't like, please dislike or put thumbs down so that I'll know maybe how to adjust and navigate next backtesting videos. And also leave any comments. What do you think will be appropriate for the content of this channel and its promotion and for your information? I'll be very glad for any comments as of now. All right, wish you all profitable trades and good investment decision using Algo-Driven Lab solutions. See you soon. Bye.